No. Yay, now we're live. It worked.
Welcome to the Maike and Lilli show.
Live at 5
As usual.
On the 14th of March. And today is Saturday. And our topic of the day is focus.
That being said,
let's focus on the facts.
Which is hard at times. So we all know the distraction from parents, from friends, from employer, friends, other people that are self-employed,
social media,
so many distractions. But since a few weeks, and especially here in Germany and Europe, since a few days, we have a massive distraction, and I think one that we should also quickly touch upon.
Yes, so I think everybody knows what we are talking about. It's the coronavirus. So the world is kind of stopping at the moment. Everybody is buying groceries
and toilet paper.
And but this gives us an amazing opportunity and an amazing chance to really focus on what really matters.
We think the easiest thing, like we're still wondering and figuring out, but what many people are suggesting is actually to stay at home entirely. So if you have the chance, if you stay at home, there's a lot of arguments, good arguments for actually doing so. It is less not panicking or to give in to a bad virus. It is really also more about consideration about other people, that we not spread the virus. Most likely we're all gonna get it in one way or another, but it really makes a difference whether we all catch it today or some in a few weeks and some in a few months. So let's have this online talk show under the idea and the impression of, okay, we're gonna shut down our business to the outside world, but this doesn't mean we need to lose our focus altogether, does it?
Definitely not, yeah. And luckily we are living in the times of digitalization, and let's use the opportunities which we have using social media, using the internet, developing new ideas, and we are pretty sure a lot of new businesses will rise through this crisis where we are all going through at the moment. But coming back to focus and also the question, so why is it important to have a focus, and what is a focus? Or better to say, what kind of focus should every one of us have? But maybe we share a story from our side, so how we have experienced the importance to have a focus, or also the other side of the coin, if you don't have a focus. So what does it make with your business or even with yourself? So we have a business example of last year.
So becoming self-employed, it goes without saying that the focus entirely is on your business. That of course reflects in less time for other people, less free time, full focus on the business. So it actually came quite to a surprise when we had realized that nevertheless we got sidetracked. So this wasn't the temptation of going out, doing other things, doing things that are totally not in the direction of our business, but still we found it so easy to get distracted. We think it happened to us because we were trying to get more confident, build our own company, and it is really easy and maybe even advisable at the beginning to look into corporations, to join forces with someone else who gives you the exposure, the marketing, the idea, the branding, the confidence to go out there. The other coin of this beautiful thing is that you make yourself dependable on another person's idea, and the likelihood that this is actually in the same direction that you would be going with your business is less than Or more than likely, putting
yeah.
it the other way around.
And also, this makes you lose your own focus. So this is what happened to us. So especially last year, we have been like all over the place, and we were totally busy. So there was no day where we were not busy. But at the end of the day, or better to say, at the end of the year, we realized we have been busy not for ourselves. So the year was packed with events and with opportunities, but not for us. And so when we realized that, we kind of not wasted, but have not invested the time of last year to grow mileage and to grow our business, this was on the one hand an eye-opener, I would say. So it was before Christmas, or around the time between Christmas and New Year, where you really reflect what happened.
Well, I wouldn't say it wasn't that we didn't realize that we did some things that we did because we dedicated ourselves to it, and we said we need to give all our resources and that. But we said, okay, well, maybe long term.
Yeah,
maybe long term, our shift in focus will somehow get us back on track. We will somehow be able to use it then for our own business. I'm not saying that it will not turn off long term, but on the short term, we want to grow our business. So that's a fact.
Yeah, and also, when you in the process of focusing yourself, you are also acting strategically. And then, as you said, so last year the word or the Unwort des Jahres, how we say in German, was long term. Yeah, and at the end you have to decide. Of course, you can go one time with this long term goal, and everything will be nice and will work out. If you have the resources in the back. If you don't have those resources, then you better really focus on what brings you money, customers, and which helps you to grow your business, right?
Absolutely. So this is why we're now not doing less, we're doing more. We're also doing many things. Just look at our YouTube show, look at our podcast, our newsletter. So there's still a lot of things that keep us busy and that are not monetizable. At least for now, we're not able to charge for our newsletter, and it's only really the top ones that are actually able to do that. And this is not our idea. We're not doing it because of that. But we have a clear focus, because everything we're doing this year is going towards one of our 5 focus topics. And still long-term applies. We still have to be creative, we still have to give a lot instead of taking, but it now is entirely on what we decided to do and what we stand by, and all our products that we created.
Yes, and so now you ask yourself, well, am I focused, or how can I work on my focus, or on what should I focus, especially nowadays? So also coming back to the fact that nearly the entire world is now at home, so as you are also right now, and so focus on the fact that you have now time like a present, so to say, where you can really work on your business on the one hand, or work on your career, or work on your personal growth, or work on your relationship. Maybe you can use it as an opportunity also to come more closer with your family. I mean, if you are in one apartment, you are close, but you can spend another type of time, so more quality time.
And don't underestimate the internet that we're having. And we both are convinced that it was not designed for us to all go on Netflix, because first of all, it's gonna collapse if we all stream now high quality data. But the internet is there in those days for you to go on LinkedIn, to connect with new people, to reconnect with old people, ask how they are, how they are doing. If you open your news feed on LinkedIn, there's so many beautiful stories and encouragements of other coaches, consultants, companies who are sharing the inspiration and also giving you ideas of what you could do with your time. So take, depending on the situation, take a few minutes, maybe even a few hours on LinkedIn get some inspiration, and then maybe shut off the computer entirely and do like what we love to do most. Well, we used to do it in the gardens, at bars, brainstorming. Now we're going to refrain to different parts in internal ones, but that is also okay, to really sit together, and we're going to ask ourselves, we do this on a regular basis, but we're also going to do this during this time. What do we want? What do I want as an individual? Lilli's going to ask herself the same question. And then we're going to get together and see, well, are we still in line? And if we agree, hopefully we will. And then we think, okay, how can this translate into our business? What are we going to focus on? Just take the example of LinkedIn. We're now having so many LinkedIn workshops in the Frankfurt area. Now looking at the Corona and many other things that could come up in the next year. So is on-site live events, is this still, or to what part? So that's all questions we're going to look into.
Yeah, and we have, and not only we, but we all need to look for new opportunities and also for new setups for our businesses. And so we highly encourage you to think outside the box, and also facing this situation right now. Have a look on your business. Is your business stable? So are you facing right now troubles, or are you stable and say, oh, well, okay, this 1 month or how long it will take does not affect me? So I'm pretty sure a lot of businesses are affected. If you look also on the world economic situation, yeah. So look at the big companies; they are all struggling. The governments have to secure companies with some credit lines. Yeah, so this is really a tough situation, and also we all as business owners have to ask ourselves, okay, are we stable? And also on the other hand, you as an employee, is your employer at the moment well prepared for the crisis? And are you well prepared as an employee? So because all the time, maybe you are employed for 10 or 15 years in one company, and you have been sure that you can work there without any problems and never think about
how we say you are unkündbar.
Yeah, so and you have never thought about, so maybe you have a house, a loan on a house or whatever, yeah, or planned a long vacation, or you get married, or whatever happens in a normal life. But have you ever asked yourself, are you also stable? Can you overcome the crisis without a problem? Or what happens when your employer has to shut down? Are you prepared for that? I'm pretty sure a lot of you are not prepared. And so this is exactly now the situation to think about your own setup. What can you do more to overcome such situations? Like get yourself educated. Don't wait for your employer to give you the opportunity to take courses or take a coach. Invest in yourself and find the opportunity, use the opportunity to create something else. Or
let's give people some hands-on tips, I'd say. So because we know how it is to be an employee, we've done it for years. Yeah, so I think we would have been grateful for someone giving us tips on what else to do, and not only to keep your mind busy, but also, as you said, grow personally, and also think of other options, other jobs that you could fulfill sooner or later. So do you want to start?
You mean from an employee side?
Yeah.
So what you can do as an employee using the time where you're at home, so not watching Netflix, of course you can, but not all the time. So I would recommend to start learning a language, maybe, or maybe you have already started a language, or you want to go deeper in your language. So this could be an opportunity to start to learn a language with online courses.
Next big topic is, we talked about it in the last show, finances. And now you're going to say, oh, well, I looked at the stock market, even Bitcoin's going upside down. Yes, true, but I guess you all are old enough and you've seen the crisis of 2008, and you've seen what happened to the stock market afterwards. So really, life is going to go on, stocks are going to appreciate again, and companies are still going to make business. And I'm not saying buy now Lufthansa stocks or whatever, we're saying get educated in that sector if you think this is something you want to look into or something you have always done.
Yeah, what could be else an opportunity to do so? There also, for example, it would be possible to have or to start a coaching session as well.
Yeah, so you mean first to participate or to already give a coaching session?
No, but of course, but no, participate. So, for example, get into some skills. If you, for example, have a problem or difficulties with presentations, so holding presentation, giving presentations,
that's
for
a big
example,
one. Also a big career killer.
Yeah. Have a look on your LinkedIn profile. So now you have the perfect time to have a look on your LinkedIn profile, go deep into it, and figure out, okay, what can I really, or how can I change my profile that this profile is really outstanding.
And also be creative. If you are creative, work with it. If you paint great pictures, do it, continue to do it. Think of ways to put them online so people can actually see, either buy it or at least experience. An Instagram channel or YouTube channel would be great to let your followers know all of that. If you're good at photography, place your pictures somewhere, make crazy designs, go into editing, videos, photos, what have you. There's so many opportunities to turn your hobby into a means of generating some residential income at first. But if you're really good at it, and if your social media fits with it, you can actually make a substantial living that's going to support your day job, or who knows, maybe you're the next big artist capable of living just by your passion.
Yeah, and maybe also some tips for entrepreneurs or business owners. So how you guys can make use of the times right now. So what can you do? We know a lot of events are cancelled, speaker gigs are cancelled, and a lot of customers are also hesitating to book consulting sessions. So what can you do right now to be prepared for the time after the crisis, so to say? So of course, on the first hand, so we also thought about, okay, what will we do right now on a site as well, and it's a good opportunity to really get your papers done. So contracts, AGVs,
open invoices. Better get the money now.
Yeah, so really get your administrative papers done and prepared.
Yeah. And think of what you want to do next. So are you feeling the crisis because you are dependent on offline altogether? Think of, can you actually add online? Maybe you can, maybe you can't, maybe you need some more steps. Don't do anything rational, but really try to think of it from a perspective of what's going to happen in 5 and 15 years, so to say. Like, for example, this whole Corona crisis has shown us that our real estate engagement that we're going to intensify much more also needs to take account of this. Corona is one, there can be many. We've got a mass population now. There's so many ways that people could be restricted or hesitant to leave the house. So if you do have real estate, you also need to consider that, especially if it's commercial.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, again, it's the best time to take a coaching. Yeah. So now you can really invest in yourself, and you can really take care or kind of work a little bit on your missing skills or optimize your strategies and really get ready to conquer the market, or not stopping conquering the market even at these times, but then being prepared and ready to crush it, so to say.
And if you want to use these times to actually get a coaching from us, to join one of our programs, or to have a first introduction call, go on our homepage, compreneur.com. You'll have all the opportunities, all links, everything is there. Just click on it, make an appointment, and talk to one of us. We're looking forward to seeing you in the upcoming days. We hope you're all safe and healthy.
And keep the focus or refocus, because sometimes the time is there to really think about what is important and put your energy and efforts really on facts which will bring you further and will help you grow and develop. And yeah, so we really invite you to use our tips, of course, and would be happy to hear your feedbacks or your thoughts on how will you refocus or what will you do in this time or in general as well.
Have a beautiful Saturday.
And a beautiful weekend. Stay safe and healthy. And by the way, healthy. Our next topic will be health and business. And the next show will be in German.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite personal, reflecting on our individual business and health and how it goes together. And most likely Corona is also going to be part of it.
Hopefully in a positive way, and not a total shutdown of Germany and other countries. But let's keep the fingers crossed that it will all be over soon and we can be active and socializing in Rio as well soon. So guys, thanks so much and see you soon.
See you soon.